'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care. He knows the St. Nicholas soon will be there.
Hello there.
Oh, Santa, the big guy in red suit who carries gifts all around the world in just one night. But was he ever like that? Red suit, goofy head, who lives in a barren environment? I mean, there is no way the most Christian figures after Jesus and God was made by, I don't know, one big company, right? Right? We all know the Santa Claus myth comes from St. Nicholas. If you don't, you're welcome. But Santa became a standalone figure over time. In 1822, we have the first description of Mr. Claus in the poem The Night Before Christmas, and it's totally different from the Santa we all know. Sure, he had a white beard and a fursuit like in our days, but nobody talks about which color his clothes were, and also he was a smoker chubby half. When did he evolve and start a company with his own kind? When did he quit smoking? When did he stop being a furry? Sometimes when you talk with someone about Santa, it may come out that the real one was dressed in green. If you didn't, you're a lucky man. But where does it come from? Well, after the night before Christmas, Santa decided to go in a training arc where he met a charismatic and funny man who will be like Mr. Claus. His name was Father Christmas. And thanks to the story A Christmas Carol was presented to the world in 1843. Now, Father Christmas and St. Nicholas had different origin and different look. The gift giver half dressed with fur, born in America. The friendly and cheerful big boy dressed in green came from England. But once they met, it was a matter of time before they became basically the same person, and therefore Santa Claus became an old man who brought gifts to all the people in the world. Dressed mostly in green coat, he became more popular, he became more famous. But it wasn't enough. To really make it big time, he needed a sponsor. There was a lot of companies who tried to use Santa Claus image for their brand. But then, in the 20s, a soft drink company decided to restyle Santa, creating the outfit we all know, with the color we all know. His name is White Rock. This company draws Santa who drinks their drink while reading the letter of the children. And you can even see he lives in a cold place. But if White Rock defined a lot of traits of Santa's character, one company spread the idea of the new look of Santa Claus. In those years, Coke was a company who was trying to spread their image all over the world, and Christmas was the biggest Christian festival. And even though Santa was not so popular yet, even with all the attempts of the previous companies, he still was the mascot of this event. So in the 30s, Coca Cola commissioned Haddon Sundblom to draw a picture of Santa Claus, and boom, a star is born. With the popularity of Coke and thanks to developing Santa's background, the red guy became such an iconic and appreciated character, other companies were basically forced to use this new Santa. After all, he was the most known and to which the audience has bonded the most. People loved this Santa so much, or were obsessed with, that they started to worry about his marriage when Coke forgot to draw Santa's wedding ring. Yeah, people were that kind of fan. And that kind of fan existed even that time. But you know, that's the proof the red domination has spread and it was unstoppable. Movies, comics, gadgets, music. In all of them, now we can see what Santa Claus brought to the Christmas festival. Joy, hope, union, capitalism, and in all of that, being a human sponsor of one of the biggest companies. But what if, at the time, he wore blue? Finally this video is out. I spent 3 years to do it, but each time was too late to upload it in time for Christmas. Yay! While I was editing and doing my final research, I found out in New York people were disappointed to see a green Santa in a mall, because Santa wasn't in his traditional red, which I found hilarious. I mean, really? Anyway, next video probably will be a video about VTubers and having an avatar or an alter ego in general, so stay tuned and bye bye.